All right, welcome everybody to our webinar, Making Health Painless and Simple. I'm Heidi Juke, Certified Health Coach with Take Shape for Life, and I'm really excited to learn some really cool secrets and things about our program and some awesome opportunities for you. So let's get going right away and talk about some of the stories of actual real people that have been on this program. So I want to first introduce Lindsay. She's awesome. She is going to tell us her story, and yeah, so here she is. Lindsay, do you want to unmute yourself?
There we go. Can you hear me? Okay. So about 2 years ago is when I started. However, before that, I was teaching for 8 years, and I taught 5th grade. And I would come home from work, and I would just basically want to lay down on the couch and fall asleep. And my husband would actually say something. He actually joked that I was narcoleptic because I would just fall asleep anywhere. I was just so tired because I was on my feet all day. And then just before we were moving, I had a friend who introduced me to Take Shape for Life. And I knew other people on the ward had lost all this weight. So I thought, okay, now that I found it, let's try it. I wasn't really one to try a bunch of things, but this one I saw they were keeping it off. And so I started it about 2 years ago, and just after we moved, and I found that the stairs that I used to go up at our house out there, I was always tired at the beginning, but by after maybe a week or so, I was running up the stairs and I wasn't quite as tired. I didn't need to take a nap every time I ate. I had lots of energy. Before, I hated going clothes shopping and having to get like size 16 and 18 clothes and wearing like extra large shirts that just, even though they fit, they never quite fit right. And now this summer when I went to go pick out a new bathing suit because had shrunk out of my other ones, I was down to like a medium that even felt a little bit loose. And so that was super exciting because I hated bathing suit shopping before that. And then this time I was like, it's a size medium. It's not like an XXXX large or whatever. It was never that large, but that's what it felt like to me. So just those major things of how much energy I've had. I'm not wanting to take a nap every day, and so shopping has become fun again.
Yay. Oh, I love that. Lindsay, you're awesome. You're such an inspiration. Seriously. Thank you so much for sharing. And how cool to be able to go clothes shopping and be like, yeah, look at me. I love it. So fun. All right, we have another story. This is Chris, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his journey to health.
Thanks, Heidi. I appreciate that, Lindsay. Yeah, you've got a pretty awesome story, very inspiring. A little bit about me. The picture a year ago. So last year in February, I started my journey, and what it was like beforehand was I was struggling. I've always been real high energy. I've always been incredibly active, playing basketball a few times a week, playing football a few times a week as that big guy on the left. And so I got into a lot of trouble because I'd run into guys that were a lot smaller, and I'd end up hurting people playing sports, and I didn't like that. I always felt bad. And in general, my wife, who you can see her head poking in on there, she's never had any kind of weight issues. So it's been difficult to be married to her and seeing her eat whatever she wants and however she wants, and she's been able to maintain the same size. And when I would try and mimic that, I would end up gaining weight, and it didn't make any sense to me. That caused some depression. That caused some real heavy mental issues. And so last year, I went to a Super Bowl party, and I ran into my cousin who I hadn't seen in about a year. and my cousin was down a significant amount of weight. He was actually down, over 120 pounds, and I was blown away. And I knew the guy my entire life. He was always a big guy his entire life. And I said, you know what? If he's been able to do it, and he's keeping it off, I want to try this too. And so I decided I was going to get started on program. And a few months later, I was down 86 pounds, and it was a significant change. It wasn't just about the weight loss, though. If you look at the picture on the right, that's my son Carter, and that's a picture of him when he's about 2.5, 3 years old. And I can't express how amazing it was to watch him start to reach for the vegetables and start to make some choices that when I was a kid, I know I never made those choices. So I would always reach for Cheez-Its. I'd always be eating ice cream as much as I could, candy, all of that stuff. And to see that he's able to live a healthier life and make some healthier choices that's going to serve him long term was huge to me. And that was one of the biggest impacts that myself getting healthier had. And my daughter is 21 months old, and I don't know how she's going to grow up with a lot of the junk food out there and things like that, just because she's exposed to it. She's really been focused on, eating what it is we eat. And really our children eat what it is we eat, and they model our behaviors. And so for me, that was a huge, huge shift. And I'm just so proud that my children are able to make some healthier choices just based on myself getting healthier. Energy levels, as Lindsay mentioned, are definitely through the roof still, which is pretty fantastic. And actually keep up with the kids now, which is pretty awesome. So, and that's part of why I decided to pay it forward, and I became a coach myself and started helping others get healthy, to feel that awesome feeling of accomplishment and success, and knowing that weight isn't going to come back, and that most importantly, the choices that I'm making long term are going to help my family, going to help my kids. It's going to, extend on to their kids. It has a generational impact. So Heidi, thanks for letting me share my story.
Awesome. Yes, love that, Chris. How cool that some of the things that I really loved that he shared was about his children getting healthy too. His children learning his healthy habits and learning to eat veggies, and that's incredible. Because you're right, we are teaching our children what we're doing. They do as we do, right? I love that. Thank you for sharing. So I want you guys to take a minute and close your eyes and think about what your health goals are. Could this be something for you? And if so, what would your life look like? We just saw 2 before and after pictures. Think of how their life was before when they were telling their story, and think of their life, how it is now. How could your life be different? How could it affect your relationships with your family, your relationships with your friends, your spouse? Could this be something that really works for you? And so just be thinking about that as we discuss a little bit more about our health program, and really be pondering about what it looks like. Are you going to be able to be that active mom and be a part of your kids' lives at the park and run and play with them? Is that something you want? Are you going to be that dad that is coaching Little League and helping them out? Are you going to be that grandpa that rides bikes with the grandkids? Whatever it is that you're wanting, how could we help you make that a reality? And so just be thinking about that as we talk. All right. All right. So obviously, the biggest part of our health program is our education. We, as certified health coaches, are certified through the University of Villanova, through the College of Nursing. And so we all feel that it's super important for our clients, that would be you guys, to be educated. And so we use Dr. A's Habits of Health, and that really is key, right? Because we don't want you to get to your goal and gain any of that weight back. We want you to have the tools to be able to maintain it. And so we use these educational tools to help our clients out. And each week we work on a different healthy habit, which is so much fun. All right, and Lindsay?
Okay, so besides education, as part of the program, there's also the support. Number 2 is the support that the program has. And the first and one of the most important is that each person gets a personal health coach to help you through this process, because like many people, it's a struggle. Anytime you're trying to do something new, you need a coach to teach you how to do all of these things and to guide you along the way to answer your questions. So that's been a huge thing, especially for me and for everyone, to have someone to guide you through all these new things that you're learning. And besides just that, there's more. There's so many other things. There's the challenges, the health challenges. We have periodically to hop on and challenge you and to keep you motivated. And then there's the unhealthy, in your journey, your health journey. And as well as all these other things, the weekly, the doctors and nurse support call. You have more specific medical questions and things like that. It's just amazing that there is so much support here to make sure that you don't fall along your journey, or if you do, to pick you back up and set you on the path down the road.
I love that. And I just want to mention just a couple more things about support and the importance of it. So obviously, first and foremost, having the support of your friends and family. So anytime you start any kind of journey like this, it's really important to have your friends and family, coworkers, aware of what you're doing and your goals that you have, and have that support system. And then obviously, the second part is, helping others along the way. Like Chris and Lindsay both have decided to pay it forward and to become health coaches themselves. You think about a teacher, right? Who learns more, the teacher or the student? The teacher, right? Because they're every day involved in that, working and trying to learn and teach their students. And so that's something kind of really awesome, is paying it forward and learning for your own self, and by helping others can really, really be beneficial. Okay, so let's talk about what is the hardest part about getting healthy for you. So think about it. Is it that you're just too busy? Are you too tired? Like, do you get home from work and you're like, oh my gosh, I have no idea what to eat, and there's, random, I don't know, whatever's in your fridge or whatever, right? And so you turn to that because that's the easiest and fastest, right? Or you don't know what to eat, right? It kind of goes hand in hand with I'm tired. I don't know what to eat. What the heck do I have, right? And then where do I start? I don't even, I don't know what really, I kind of know what's healthy. I kind of don't. So think about that and which one is hardest for you, right? For a lot of people, I found that a lot of them are too busy. Raise your hand if too busy is one of those things for you. You have time to like plan your day and plan your meals? That's something I don't have time for. I have 3 kids under the age of 6, and I just don't have time to plan 6 meals. So that's probably one of the hardest things for me. So what if you had a health system to follow that if you followed 100%, you could succeed? Wouldn't that be pretty incredible? So we have that system. And so it's a matter of taking baby steps through your health, and we'll talk about that. So we take the habit of eating 6 small meals a day and make it super easy and efficient for anybody and their lifestyle. So out of the 6 meals, you only have to plan 1 meal, and that's a healthy protein and some kind of veggie. So who doesn't have time to plan just one meal out of 6? How cool is that? And your health coach can guide you and show you all the things to be having. So that's pretty incredible. All right, Lindsay.
Okay, so besides the one meal, the lean and green, as we like to call it, we also have what we like to call the secret weapon. We have our meal replacements. And they are a perfect protein carb balance little meal, and there's lots of choices to choose from that just fit what we need for those other 5 meals that we need to find, because we don't have time to plan it, and they're just things that you can grab and go. They also because they have the perfect protein carb balance, it helps to burn fat and protect our muscle, because we don't want to just look like a deflated person. We still want to have some muscle when we're done. And it's really just as easy as that. And there's so many delicious choices with them too. My favorite is the brownie that I love to eat every night.
I love it. That's so
So
awesome.
I get to say I have a brownie every night. Almost everything.
Yes. I love it. Sorry, my baby's being kind of loud. I apologize, you guys. I know. I love the brownie too. It's one of my favorites too, Lindsay. So how cool is that? That you can satisfy any kind of sweet tooth that you might have, or if you're more of a savory person, you can satisfy that craving as well. There's a lot of different options. So this is really, really cool to not have any thinking. You're taking the thinking out of your 6 meals, right? So this is our Habits of Health lifestyle, right? We want to create a lifestyle. This is not a diet. This is not just a short-term fix. This is a lifestyle. So we help you with learning how to eat every 2 to 3 hours and what to be eating, right? We help you with how to stress relief and manage your stress a little bit better. We teach the importance of drinking water, of getting enough sleep. And so we would go over that with you if you did decide to join us on your own health journey. And it's incredible. Lindsay, do you want to talk about this part, or do you want me to?
Unmute myself first. I'll try, and then you fill in whatever I forget. So one thing that is kind of cool of me just starting this journey of reinforcing the decision for health. My first client that I got, Nikki, she's amazing. She just by coaching her and her thanking me for just like sharing my story has just kind of like has reinforced to me that, hey, because she's doing awesome, like I can't back down. I can't flip up because their inspiration. I shared the example, so it kind of keeps me motivated to realize I can't stop now. I've created this monster. It's just one more motivating thing besides all the millions of others. But it's just one of those extra things, and it keeps it on my mind even more, because not only do I have to worry about myself, but then I'm helping someone else as well. And the financial reward, I think, is kind of cool. To me, it's more rewarding to help someone else, and the financial is just kind of a perk because of that. Like, okay, you get to help someone and you get paid for it. Okay, cool. And kind of going along with Chris's story, how you're leaving a legacy, like for your children. I've noticed even with my family, they're, like he was saying, he was excited to see his children eat vegetables. My children will actually eat more salad and things. My son, but one time my husband was asking, hey, that looks really good. Can I have some? And it was just some random lean and green I was eating. So you're kind of setting it up where they also want to be healthy and end up coaching your own family just on the side because you're feeding them. And it is actually lots of fun. I mean, even though I'm not really a person that likes talking to a camera, at least there's other people on the camera with me in these meetings. So just getting to talk to, I think the other perk for me of why it's fun is because I'm home all day with the kids. So this lets me talk to other adults and not just kids all day too. So, and talking about health, it's something that everybody needs to learn about and has interest in, and kind of it's fun.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. I love what you shared. That's so cool. And she's just barely begun, and she's already had a lot of fun coaching, and it's been really fun to work with Lindsay. She's an amazing coach, an amazing person. So I just want to share my story a little bit. So about 15 months ago, I was blessed with my third baby boy. And don't get me wrong, super excited to have him, but I was like, whoopsie daisy, I gained 50 pounds. That was not a good idea. So luckily, I have been a health coach for 3 years, and I had coached several nursing mothers to help them lose after they had their baby. So I hopped on the Nursing Mothers program and was able to lose 40 pounds in 4.5 months. And now I'm down the full 50 that I had gained, and I feel so much better. After I had my baby, I really struggled with depression, and I really struggled with how to manage my baby and how to manage my kids, my other kids that are twins that are 6. And so, thank goodness for an amazing program. And now I feel really good. I feel like I can keep up with the kids and my baby, and I can manage all 3 of my kids and have fun. And I feel good in my own skin again, and I'm not wearing pregnant pants anymore, which is really great. So, and then just a little side note about coaching. So 3 years when I did become a coach, a lot of people don't know, we went from 2 incomes to 1 after I had my twins. And we were really struggling financially. There were months, like I don't even know how we paid our rent. I don't know how we had family buy us groceries. And so it was a really stressful time. But, I feel so blessed that I found out about this program, and health coaching has completely transformed our lives. And it's been one of those things that I can do very part-time and be a full-time mom. And like Lindsay mentioned, that she can have adult conversations, which is so fun, and adult conversations that are actually really meaningful, like saying, oh my gosh, I'm fitting into smaller clothes, or I have to go shopping because I have no clothes. That's like the biggest thing for most people is, oh, I have to go shopping. None of my clothes fit me. And I'm like, oh, darn, I'm sorry that you're losing and rocking it. But really it is the most amazing job, if you will, to have, to help others and to help them feel better. And because it's not about being skinny, it's about feeling comfortable and being confident in your own skin. And the mindfulness that I've been able to get from coaching, as well as being on plan, is learning about myself and learning how to be the very best I can be, so I can spread that to others. And so, Lindsay.
Yes.
So, are you good to do this last part?
Okay. So I just want everybody to think about all of these things, think about what we've discussed, and ask yourself, are you ready? Are you ready to start this first step on your health journey and to make this change. And I know that if you do that, when you are ready to make this choice, that we'll be there to help you and to answer any questions, and just let me know when you're ready.
Love that. Yes. So, yeah, and the community of health coaches and clients, it's so much fun, you guys, and we all help and support each other. So if you're watching the playback to this or on live, and this sounds like a good fit for you, and you want to learn more, please reach out to Lindsay or the coach that invited you to this call, and we can figure out together which plan would be the best fit for you. Thank you so much, Lindsay and Chris, for hopping on, and you guys are all amazing and you're inspiring stories. And thanks again for taking the time. Thanks, you guys. Have a great rest of your day.